Here's your helmet. And here's your lunchbox.
Bye, Mummy.
Hi, Janet. We're back.
George?
Terrible journey. We got lost in the time tunnels of Tartarus, so we're a bit late.
A bit late?
Yeah, I meant to be back half an hour ago.
You've been gone 7 years.
No.
Yes.
Now, Mrs. Naughty. I thought we agreed no more April Fools.
It isn't an April Fool. We're all 7 years older. Look at the paper if you don't believe me.
Rolling Stones announced new tour dates.
No, not that. The date. It's 2010.
So it is. God, time tunnels. I told you we should have turned left at the fall of Troy.
Hey, it was that shortcut through the Renaissance. That was a big
George!
mistake.
7 years. Don't you have something else to say?
Quite surprised you haven't redecorated.
I have just spent all this time worrying if I'll ever see you again.
Oh, I see, of course. Ernie, I think we need a few moments in private to talk things through.
I understand. Janet, could you give us a few moments in private to talk things through?
Not you. Janet and me.
All right, I'll get a cup of coffee. Hope it's better than it was 7 years ago.
I've missed you terribly. I have missed you so much. Have you missed me?
Not really. I've only been gone 6 hours. So how have you been? Have you met anyone else?
Well, Piers was keen. He asked me into his surgery when it was clear you weren't coming back.
What did he say?
He said, I want to make you so happy, Janet. But we'll have to be quick. The patient will regain consciousness in 10 minutes.
And how was it with Piers?
I didn't say yes. And then there were some nice meals with some nice men, but you're a superhero. Other men just aren't the same. So I have spent the last 7 years utterly, totally alone.
Brilliant. Well, no, not brilliant. Rather sad, obviously. And how is Ollie?
He's grown up without a man around, George.
Ah.
So he's very sensible and mature. He's a superhero and he has a part-time job as a home worker knitting jumpers. He gets £1 a jumper.
That's exploitation.
Last year he earned £50,000. We're thinking of moving.
And how's my kid?
Sorry?
Mine and Mrs. Ravens. He must be, 6 by now, yeah?
Oh.
I sure hope he's okay. I've been through a lot for that kid.
What do you mean?
The Ultron Council were so cross with Ernie not being married, they gave him a vasectomy.
Right. And how was that?
On Ultron, they don't use any anesthetic.
Or knives. Just bricks.
But it's okay. I'll be okay as soon as I hold my own flesh and blood in my arms.
You did that during the operation.
I meant the kid. I can't believe I missed the birth.
How can I put this, Arnie? What date was it when Mrs. Raven told you?
April the... Oh, no.
There's been no birth.
You mean?
That's right.
It's still inside her. Oh my God, Mrs. Raven's been pregnant for 7 years. She'll be gigantic.
No, it's not that. Oh.
I'm going down to the health center.
There's no point. She's not working there anymore. She's now the woman who goes around cutting off people's electricity.
I bet she loves that job.
Oh, it isn't her job. She just does it for fun. Forget about Mrs. Raven. What about you?
Me?
Well, you can't just turn up again after 7 years. Everyone's bound to ask questions.
Is the milk bottled last month? Hi, George. See you, Janet.
Maybe not everyone. Tyler? This milk's off.
I know it's the milk bottled last month. I didn't use it.
Aren't you surprised to see George here after all this time?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, I suppose I am. Whoa, and is that Arnie sitting at the table?
Yes, it is.
Whoa, and is that Gandalf sitting on the sofa?
Yes, it is. Believe me, George, we've got to come up with a story. You can't just turn up.
I got a better idea. We go back through the time tunnels of Tartarus and come back 7 years ago.
Can you do that?
Even better, we come back the day before we left. The day before April Fools. The day before...
You got your bits bashed.
Exactly.
George?
It's possible. There's a different route through the tunnels for every moment in history. I just have to learn the routes.
What if you go wrong again? You might come back when I'm dead.
Don't worry, Janet. I'll marry someone else. Come on.
Have you got the ring?
What ring?
Something to Gandalf.
there was no soap in the dispenser?
Well, it's hardly
Don't
a...
interrupt, Stanley. So I said to the attendant, I said, this is a public convenience and I am not leaving till you provide some soap for me to wash my hands. And then I just stood there, waiting.
What did she do?
Well, at 7:30 she locked up and left.
Right.
Still, I wasn't worried. I told your father I was going to the ladies, so I knew he'd come looking for me.
And did you?
Do you know, I forgot.
I was in there all night. Hardly slept a wink.
I slept very well.
Husbands, I ask you. Where's that peculiar husband of yours?
Mum, he is not peculiar.
Morning, everyone.
Hi.
Janet, they've been in your bathroom together.
Stanley, there's something I need to know, and it's very important.
What?
Today's date.
The date? March the 31st, 2003.
Yes! We've done it! Stanley, I love you. Mwah! Come on, Ernie, let's go to the bathroom and check you've got your bits back.
I've put your tablets on that shelf, Mrs. Tamplin. Don't help her, Janet. She's got to learn to manage for herself.
Well, thank you very much, Doctor. I'm feeling calmer already.
No, don't mention it, Stanley.
Dad, what are you doing?
I've started smoking again, Precious, for two very good reasons. One, I enjoy it, and two, the doctor says it's okay.
But Mum hates it.
For three very good reasons.
You'll be discredited for this.
On the contrary, Janet, people have been so impressed by the quality of my research, I've had several other offers.
Who from?
Oh, alcohol companies, sugary sweet companies, the nuclear power industry. They all say that I'm a doctor in a million.
Did you hear that? There's only one word for that man.
Yeah, genius. I'm with him all the way.
But he's promoting smoking. How could you possibly support that?
I'll have 20 low-tar cigarettes, please.
That'd be £4.50, please.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Can I have a word? You know, I've learnt all the time tunnels of Tartarus.
Yes.
It means I can travel through time without going wrong. It's a great new power I can use.
Use how?
Well, you know, last night in bed,
Yeah, it was good.
it's been good for me 48 times. I just keep going back and reliving the experience. In fact, would you excuse me for a moment? Wow, you are fantastic, Janet. That was absolutely brilliant.
Great. How was it for me?
Oh, it was brilliant for you too. Just think, we never need to make love again. I just go back and enjoy last night. It means I'll never be disappointed.
Perfect. Any other advantages to time travel?
Well, I've looked into the future, and Prince William makes a great king.
Good.
And Kylie makes a great queen. Oh, and don't go to Switzerland for a holiday.
Why? What's going to happen?
Nothing, it's just very dull. Anyway, Janet, forget about the future. It's the past I've been thinking about. Is there anything in your past you regret? Because I can change it for you.
George, this sounds really dangerous.
Like, how about a new nose? I could fix it so you had a nose job when you were 18.
But I like my nose.
Oh, do you?
You said last night that I was perfect in every way.
Yeah, but that was in bed. You didn't believe that, did you?
Oh, actually, there is one thing you can change. You know how I get this twinge in my arm?
Ever since you broke it falling out of a tree on your 9th birthday.
Right. Well, you could go back in time and stop me falling out of that tree.
Done!
Oh, but before you go, there's one thing you really have to... Oh, no.
Hello, little girl. Is your name Janet? Are you trying to climb the tree? Tell you what, why don't you come down and let me take you home to your mummy and I'll give you a sweetie.
Okay.
There's a good girl.
Hey, you. What do you think you're doing?
I just said if she comes home with me, I'd give her a sweetie. Oh. Janet, I stopped you falling out of the tree. Has your arm stopped hurting yet? She was as bold as a coot, Arnie. It was horrible. Thanks for coming with me, Arnie.